So my girlfriend and I got done watching Memories of Murder that I've seen a few times. She hasn't. It's the first time she's ever seen it. But it was a movie that she wanted to see for a very long time since it was on her watch list on Tubi. And she has seen a lot of movies from the director Bong Joon-ho. She has seen Parasite that she's not a fan of. She has seen Snowpiercer that she thought was fine but kind of messed her up. She's seen The Host, which was the best film that she's seen from this director. And now it comes this movie as well that for me, I've always like considered it to be like a fucking fantastic companion piece with Zodiac, just because of not only what it's based off of, but the fact that like the investigators are trying to figure out this killer for so long, and they struggle to do so, whether it be just through the fact that either the killer's just really good, or the cops are just making mistakes, and it goes throughout that story, just trying to find that person, and that gets into the obsessive nature of finding the killer and getting some closure out of it, despite the fact it's driving them nuts and really feeling that mental deterioration of just not finding a killer that just be basically killing other people as well. I have after I've seen the movie, I've seen like I remember like bits and pieces of the real life story since this is based off the serial killer. Obviously, that is the first Korean serial killer that has been noted from history. And there's a scene that involves the peaches in this movie that, if I remember, is actually is true. So before we get into it, I gotta ask, what do you think of it?
Oh my god, I couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah.
I was fascinated with it. Like I said, this is now going to be my life for like the next 3 days. This is all I'm going to think about. I'm going to do all kinds of research on it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to read as much as I can and see if I can find like case files or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was trying to solve the murder with zero evidence or anything. I was getting mad at the detectives because I thought they were stupid, but there was humor in it.
Which did help. If it was like more serious, I think it probably would not work, and it just makes me just drives you nuts.
I think I still would have loved it.
Okay.
I did because I'm a sucker for murder mysteries, anyways, and just like I don't know, you felt for them.
I do agree with that.
I was like, we have to find this part. Like it was like we're a tag team. We're gonna hold each other's hands. We're gonna find out who's doing this to save the girls, you know. And
in the first, it was like really funny just because of like how bad they are. But I think it came to a point where it's like no longer funny and it's just getting like legit depressing.
The actor, every role he's in.
The main guy from every Bong Joon-ho film.
Oh my gosh, there's something about him. I just don't think.
Yeah, Song Kang-ho, I believe is his name.
I think so too. There's just something about him. I'm like, you know, I just get out of the way. Like, like I don't know what it is, but you can tell he's a good actor when he does that because you know you really express emotion. But
especially the ending where obviously like just like almost every other film he's in, he just like redeems himself.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. But this one though, like you really can tell from all the stupid choices that he made or the stupid suggestions, you know.
The hairless.
Oh my god, the hairless. No, let's go to the bathhouse. It was so stupid. But like, in the end, he really realized like he couldn't solve it. It was the one case that's probably gonna stick with him forever. And like, this was my first introduction to this story or anything like that, and I'm mad that he wasn't caught. You know, I was mad that there was no justice or anything like that. But it was so good. I was trying to figure out who he was. I was trying to piece things together. I was trying to think ahead, but just like the cops, nothing was matching. This guy was so clever, pristine. Like he had a plan before he even executed the first kill, and just you almost got to applaud him. Mastermind, like you said, kind of like the Zodiac. He knew way ahead of what he was going to do and how he was going to do it, you know?
Yeah, and the way he's basically touring with these people too, it's almost like saying like I gave you all the clues, and yet you still haven't figured out
Yeah,
who I
like
am.
like it would have been even crazier if it was kind of like the Zodiac, where it's like I'm literally right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
I am sitting at the restaurant with you, listening to you try to solve this, and I'm right here.
And it could be too, because again, we still don't even know what he looks like. At least in the movie, we never really saw.
Yeah.
Spoilers, but we never really saw what happened. We never really see this guy at all. Besides, like
No.
some moments, but only like when the guy was going after the victims.
Yeah, but it was like a shadowing picture, like
And
a quick
also,
glance.
yes,
Of,
a quick glance of the
a
actor,
blurry image. Yeah, like what you would assume almost like a distorted memory would be.
which I do think those scenes actually were pretty frightening to watch, especially when you like you could definitely tell like the guy's just like watching them, especially from like the cornfield area.
Oh, that was terrible. Like
Yeah.
you know, your intuition is never wrong.
Mm-hmm.
She knew something was out there, and then the whistling. Listen, I'm white, but if I'm hearing whistling, I'm probably not gonna investigate. I'm gonna run away.
Yeah, when I heard the whistle, I was like, okay, let's get
But
the
at the
fuck
same
out
time,
here.
though, I probably would have done the same thing as her because I'm a idiot like that. I would have been like, "Who's out there? Do you need help?" And then I would have been dead on the
And
side
the
of
girl
her.
was still smart. Like she was trying to go
She
after
did.
the factory. It's just she was just too slow.
And the crazy part is that he was in front of her, so he knew
Yeah.
she was gonna run. But it sounded like the whistle was in the back. But I think that's just great storytelling from the movie standpoint, because it literally, when your mind's racing and you have adrenaline, what may sound like to your right is actually in front of you because your brain is working so fast to protect you.
Agreed.
But the way that they had it, you had fear in yourself, and just imagine what those girls felt. This guy randomly coming, or the girl that survived, she's gonna have those haunted memories all the time. And it sucks that she wasn't able to give more information. But I'm definitely gonna look that up. Spoiler alert, I'm definitely gonna see if he had soft hands, like they said in the story.
Yeah, because you're still trying to figure out, because the one theory you had is that he might have been, like, he could be a teacher.
I thought maybe he was a teacher. I haven't read,
especially since like with the schoolhouse,
yes, and the fact that
smokehouse or whatever.
Well, what started the outhouse story?
Outhouse, yeah.
You know, was there a creepy teacher out there? The precision of tying knots. Well, they were all doing the safety alerts. Was he, you know, training the kids how to survival techniques, which was tying knots and you know, things like that.
Especially since he was really good, like tying people up with with just like undies.
Yeah, and the fact that too, he clearly knew something about evidence based, because killing people in the rain, the evidence is washed away. You know, you're not going to get fingerprints. Granted, if there's, you know, assault, sexual assault, there's still evidence, and they found that. But this time period, they didn't have proper, you know, testing to see, you know, test to see DNA.
Yeah, no technology.
Yeah,
no nothing.
But
it's also like in the area where like
it's so rural.
It's not as advanced as America during that time.
Exactly, and then like you really got to think, this guy had to have known. You know, he's got to have known. I'm in a rural area, but I'm always in a field. Well, what happens when it rains in a field? It floods. So your fingerprints, your evidence, your footprints, even, those are going to be hard to come by. Yeah,
and coming from the perspective of the detectives, like I don't know like how anyone would react on the fact like this is essentially like the first serial killer.
Yeah, they've no experience with something like that.
Yeah, like what would you even do? Like that's why I was like with the detectives as well, because like it's like, okay, like how can they deal with something they never dealt with before?
Oh yeah, exactly. And then the fact, like, I'm going to look up that song. I want to see if the song is real.
Sad Leather?
Yeah. I want to know if it's real. I want to hear the lyrics.
I'm sure it's real, but I just don't know what the significance of it is.
But that's what I want to know. Like, I want to solve this case, even though I know the guy's already been found. I want to solve it. I want to go to Korea.
It's like found
and be
him.
Like, I was able to get all this information together in my basement, and I found it.
Like, knowing that they finally found him, but he also saw the movie and just gave his thoughts on it, and even like knows about the ending of the movie, which
like that is peak murder level right there. Like, laugh in your face. I love the movie that you made of me. You know.
I'm bashful, but yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
know
the
what you
fact
mean.
that from the little bit that I saw, he's not in jail. He was never charged because the cases were so old.
Statute limitations kind of
Yes.
deal. Okay.
So now he's literally able to laugh in their faces and be like, thanks for making me even more famous.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's just diabolical.
The character study. I'd love to talk to this guy.
Like, that's just straight up diabolical.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. I did not know about that part.
Like, that is...
I thought he was in jail, but...
No. Like, the little... When I pulled up his picture,
Mm-hmm.
like... Oh, my gosh. And you gotta think, too, like... How many times could the cops have just walked by him? Because it's such a small town.
Yeah.
Clearly, he knew the area. He knew where all the people... What's the significance with the red?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's with the song?
Mm-hmm.
Why the peaches?
Mm-hmm.
Why did he put rocks in their mouth?
Mm-hmm. Or even panties.
Yeah. Why only 3 knots? What's the significance with the 3? It's 3 every single time. I want to know. I want to know who this person is.
I guess it's like one of those rare movies. Like, yeah, despite the fact it gives you like so many questions, it doesn't bother you because you're just as confused as the detectives are.
And it's frustrating because
It's frustrating, and it's like, and it's intentionally meant to do so, which I really do applaud. Because like, it's not often we get like a murder mystery movie or something like that, or based on true stories, something similar, just like Zodiac, where you're just as confused as the detectives, and you're also just as frustrated, and in a way also obsessive, just as obsessed getting this case done as the detectives are, which is why it does make for a very fascinating character study in terms of like one who is like so far into the murder case that's like really like affecting you like on a horrible state. Which is why like when the final act came in, it was like not only just like just as fascinating as the rest as the previous parts, but it was also just intense.
It was heartbreaking.
It was also heartbreaking too, especially when you really thought this guy was the one, but then when it turns out like that the semen is just not compatible with the other one, it's just like, damn, you just really thought this was gonna be the one.
And at the very, very end, where the detective was talking to the little girl, the realization of like, oh my God, this guy is still walking around. 2, he was talking to a child that could have been a victim if he just felt like it. And the fact that he's going back to all of the scenes of the crime, which is a true thing. Normally, serial killers will go back, or they'll have a trophy or something like that.
Just kind of just like looking back on things.
Yeah, and just memory, the thrill, they get adrenaline from the things that they did there, got away with it. But like that, like the true detective had to like the gut wrenching feeling. He like, oh, I feel so bad.
Like the ending of the movie, like I said, is my favorite part of the movie. Just because of like, well, obviously like everything's all going back together, and how well directed, how well written, how well acted it is, but it just kind of gives you like that realization that like they kept looking for like the fact that like these characters like again like this has never been done before. So what do? You go by like materials like cop movies or America or just like all these types of
FBI.
yeah, the FBI, all this stuff that you go by on based on like media to figure out, okay, this is how to be a good detective, but you're going after people that you think are the bad guys because they just look weird or they look different or they look too attractive. But when it turns out that like the child who saw him, main guy came in and said that he looks ordinary, that's like where the real tragic is on that. When it turns out like they've been looking for the wrong, they've been looking for the type of people they think looks like distinctive enough, but really he's like about as distinctive as like every other person, which is like nothing, plain, which is like makes it like even more shocking when it's that really makes it all the more impactful of an ending that
like trying to find the odd star in a galaxy.
Yeah.
But in reality, they all look the same.
Exactly. You're instead you're supposed to be looking for just a regular star. It's and of course, like with Kang Ho looking at the camera, just like that's basically the director's telling him, like essentially him looking at the serial killer himself.
Like the almost I'm gonna find you, or I'm not giving up, or this isn't the end.
Or like, how could you do this?
Yeah. Like, you fooled us all.
It's
That's just crazy.
like,
oh, so crazy.
It's just like this movie is still remained to be like super engaging to me with a very like that never got boring. It's funny as hell, at least in the first half, and then it just got fucking
Yeah,
serious.
then you're like, come on, guys, let's get into it.
Like, come on, let's be like, let's be real.
Here.
We're like, really screwing up.
Yeah. When we really got to the song and the realizing of the rain, you know.
And realizing like the amount of people keep being killed because of your incompetence.
Yeah. But the thing that made me the maddest was, why are they treating all the people like that in the interrogation room? Why do you have people strung up trying to coerce them into saying a confession?
The police brutality of it.
That made me so mad. I ain't mad that guy had to get his leg cut off. It's fine. He deserved it.
That's fair.
I mean, it was still sad, but
I have no idea. I mean, based on
I felt so bad because I did ask you. I was like, do they really do that in Korea?
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Because like, I mean, it's not.
I mean, back in the day, I'm sure they did.
I'm sure they did. I mean, because like from like another Bong Joon-ho film, Mother, like they did the same thing to like another person who is on the spectrum too.
Maybe he just likes seeing people miserable. I don't know.
Maybe, but like, but the thing is, but this one it's like makes some like the autistic characters is like, he obviously didn't do it. It's just they just look at him because again he just looks weird and acts weird and going off.
And we never figured out about the fire. What do you mean that guy threw you into the fire? Who threw you into the fire? We didn't even get an answer because of the stupid train. I was so mad. What happened? Why did you? What? You were trying to tell us something, and then those punk kids came, and I was so mad. I literally wanted to turn it off as soon as that happened to him.
Like I said, it does get like very heartbreaking, very sad, and I think like when the death happened from him, that's when it was like, okay, now things are just like this is no longer funny.
Yeah,
this is like more serious, and like even the main character, main guy himself, like he's starting to realize the errors of his ways.
Yeah, and the fact too, like. That poor guy's IQ was, if he was a real person, his IQ was so low that, to be honest with you, anything that he would have said would have been good evidence. You know, they would have been like, well, he's incompetent. He can't provide concrete evidence. Oh yeah, he said he saw them, but also earlier in your statement, he said that he did it. No, he was just saying what he saw. But what happened to the fire?
The fire was definitely not explained. Although it was like, what the hell?
Did the guy light him on fire? Who lit him on fire?
Do you think it might have been like a start of things before he started now killing people? First he starts like
either that or
torturing people.
His dad, because he pointed at his dad when he was running down the hill. Was his dad the killer? But I don't know, because he would have said something about dad.
Yeah.
I mean, he did say, I need to call my dad.
But yeah, it's definitely like one of my favorite films from, not only from the director. I mean, it's like my second favorite film, but it's also just like, again, one of my favorite films ever. I just love the story, the mystery, the characters, the humor, the seriousness, the tonal genre shifts and all that. Like, it's done so perfectly that only like fucking Korean filmmakers like Bong Joon-ho, or at least the top tier Korean filmmakers, know how to shift tonal shifts very well that doesn't feel like it's jarring or clashing with each other. It felt so perfect that quite frankly American films just don't know how to do.
No.
Because I know when they try to do tonal shifts or genre shifts, it does not flow very well, and it's just kind of clashing.
I told you I would pick a Korean film over.
I mean, like, we've seen some Korean films that do tonal shifts, like that one, or The Wailing, like that.
Oh, The Wailing, 10 out of 10.
Wailing, the
so
tonal shift too, but it's like very well done too. I think this one does it a little bit better with the tonal shifts, but I still think they're both like 10 out of 10s in my head. Yeah, but the ending of this movie was just perfect. I think.
Yeah, it was a good way. It really gets the audience
like shocked.
Yeah, but the realization they was never caught.
Yeah.
Until years later.
After the movie was released.
And then the quote that I saw, you finally found me. The balls of this guy. Like, oh, yeah, no, you finally caught me. But you can't do nothing about it. Like, laugh at, like, kick them while they're down. Oh,
if only the detectives in this movie were like there in real life and just be like,
the one would have just jumped over the table and kicked him.
The jump kicks in this movie are funny as hell.
You know that wasn't stunt doubles either. They really probably
no, they did.
I was crazy.
Those are real.
They were so out of character.
Bong Joon-ho's films actually do. Usually they have a jump kick.
This one had a lot.
This one had the most.
That interrogation where he's like, "You son." We told you not to hit him.
It's like it does really seem like you laughed the most out of a Bong Joon-ho film, which is like nice to see. Even despite the fact this movie is so fucking serious, it's just really funny.
But when it was serious, I was locked in. Mm-hmm. Don't talk to me. Keep your sweaty hands to yourself.
Okay.
I was locked in. I was gonna solve the murder.
Okay.
I was gonna help these families.
Yeah. So what would you give the movie?
10 out of 10. Oh, this is the best one.
I'm glad we're finally agreeing over Bong Joon-ho.
Finally did it. He finally did it. It took a murder mystery.
Over a story that nobody knows about, unless you're in Korea, probably.
Oh, I'm telling everybody this story. I'm gonna go to work on Monday and go to my best and be like, listen.
Is this one of your favorite films?
Oh yeah, no, it's up there.
Hell yeah!
It is one that is gonna be with me for a while.
I'm glad because I know how you were getting so annoyed with Song Kang-ho's character because he just plays that similar, not similar.
I don't know what it is about that actor. I don't think. Every time his face is on the screen, I just want to like drop kick it. I just want to reach out the table. Like the choices he makes. He's a great actor because I have those strong emotions. But if I know I'll never meet him. I'm gonna be like, why do you do this? Why do I hate your character so much?
Why does Bong Joon-ho do this to you?
Till the last like 2 minutes, and then I go, you know what? No, I feel bad for this guy. Except for Parasite. That one, I still to this day.
Wait, that's more like the opposite.
He sucked through the whole movie. I was like, this guy's a horrible person. Why did he make that choice? You could have got out scot-free.
That's so funny.
No, you had to be an idiot.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, at least Snowpiercer, he was fine.
Yeah, he was fine in Snowpiercer.
But he's also not in that much.
No, he's very minimum. But still... This one though, I did not like his character. He brought the funny, especially with the hairless part. That was monks. What do you mean monks? Now you're gonna go to a bathhouse? Like, are you for real? What is wrong with you? And then just look at all those poor people, innocent people. Go up to the people, hey, what kind of razors do you use or something? Like, come on, you're not gonna do that. What are you doing? But it was so good. The rest of the characters, they were so good.
I think like the character from Soul probably was like the most tragic, because he was like the smart one at first, but then he started making the same mistakes as
I think
the
it
other
got
detectives.
To his head.
It did.
Really, the stress and the determination, and even the guilt. Especially when the girl died.
Every time I watch this movie, I keep forgetting about that part.
Yeah, you were more shocked than me. As soon as I saw her face on the grass, I knew who she was.
Nah.
And
once the band-aid happened, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Even though it's like my third or fourth time.
Like, I seen that band-aid. Yeah, he was the one who put it on her.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just...
And they got gruesome. All the murders got more gruesome.
It was so fucked up. Because I know, even before I even see them, before we get to the scene, I was like, here's that scene.
Yeah, I mean, it
I
wasn't anything like, oh my god, that's crazy to me, but the fact that it was true, like, especially the last one with the spoon and the pen,
That's crazy.
like, to me, what
Ow.
purpose does that even serve other than a, you know, basically
Fixation.
like a satanistic kind of way or, you know, whatever. But it was just, 10 out of 10 though.
I'm just glad. I'm glad we finally did it. We finally got to a Bong Joon-ho film that you gave it 10 out of 10.
It's taken a while.
It took a while.
I think I've watched all of his films.
No, there's still a few left.
Okay.
Yeah, there's still Mother and Barking Dogs Never Lie, which I haven't seen, which is his very first film, which also has Song Kang-ho in it.
Of course.
Mother doesn't have him in it. But it does have an autistic character, and he's one of the main ones, I would say.
Am I gonna cry? Listen.
Well, I'm not gonna get into that one.
Don't you make me? I'll fight you.
It's a very twisty movie for that one, I'll say.
That's the one. Okay, now I remember you telling me about that one.
Yes.
You did say there was a twist at the end.
It threw me off, I would say. But yeah, no, that's it for Memories of Murder. Hope you enjoyed the review. We both really enjoyed it, so obviously we recommend this movie.
Yes.
It's on Tubi. We didn't watch it on Tubi. I own the Criterion Collection, so I figured I'd grab the Blu-ray high quality DVD and bring it over here. But I do think if you don't have it, you could just watch it on Tubi, and I still think it'd be worth it just because of how good this movie is. That doesn't matter. But yeah, what you think of the movie? If you've seen it, let down a comment, let me know, and I'll see you in the next review. Take care.